Back now to the war in Iran. Despite the ceasefire, which hinged on the reopening of the Strait of Hormuz, that critical shipping lane still has a backlog of more than 3,000 vessels right now. Most of them are tankers and cargo ships. Now, this comes as the conflict in Lebanon is only escalating. The ceasefire did not include talks with them, and President Trump is asking Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu now to scale back his attacks. That may threaten the peace talks. NewsNation's Jessica Cartalia tracking these developments, joining us live from Doha, Qatar today. Jessica, what are we learning right now?
Well, hi, Natasha. So we know that Vice President Vance is on his way now to Pakistan, but the Speaker of the Islamic Republic of Iran has two things that he says must be met before they meet. First, a ceasefire in Lebanon, and secondly, the release of Iran's frozen assets that have been held for years. Now, today is day 3 of this ceasefire between the U.S., Israel, and Iran, but the surge in fighting between Israel and Hezbollah is putting the agreement at risk. As of this morning, the conflict in Lebanon is escalating, with Hezbollah firing missiles deeper into Israel, including toward the southern port city of Ashdod. Israel is continuing airstrikes overnight and into today, even as Lebanon observes a national day of mourning after some of the deadliest attacks that we have seen in this war. The humanitarian crisis is now worsening, with almost 500 people killed in just the past 2 days. 1 million people are now displaced. And as you can imagine, Lebanese hospitals are really struggling to keep up. All of this is adding new pressure on ceasefire talks that are supposed to take place tomorrow between the U.S. and Iran. The Strait of Hormuz, Natasha, also to note, still not open at this point.
Yeah, tell us more about that. What is the latest on the Strait of Hormuz today?
Right. So everything is kind of contingent on this fighting with Lebanon, right? And Iran keeps saying, we're not going to open the strait completely until you stop firing, until Israel stops firing into Lebanon. They're still controlling the traffic there. They've been letting like a trickle of ships come in. Usually about 120 ships pass through the strait every day. We're talking about fewer than a dozen. Israel's strikes on Lebanon could make these negotiations meaningless. Netanyahu saying Israel will begin direct negotiations with Lebanon, but the military action is going to continue in the country against Hezbollah. Now, Hezbollah is the Iran-backed terrorist organization. So all eyes on Pakistan. Hopefully they can come up with something. But again, Natasha, there's a lot of confusion between where these negotiations sit, right? So you have Iran, you have Lebanon, and you have Hezbollah. And they are all, everybody wants the fighting to stop.
Jessica Cartalia reporting from Doha live today. Thank you.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.